our former colleague and current North Carolina head coach, Mack Brown. I always love talking ball with Mack. And, Coach, before we do get to football, I do want to offer my condolences to you and your family on the loss of your younger brother, Mel. I do want to ask, what's one of your favorite memories of you and Mel?
He was such a good person, Matt. He's tougher than I am. He's nicer than I am. He's a great father. He's a tremendous husband, really good brother and friend. And he came to so many of our games and never missed a bowl game. And I just love him to death, and I'm going to miss him.
You know, as you talk about those practices and those games he never missed, here you are in year 3 already. And, Coach, year 1, it's the return to Chapel Hill and building the foundation. Year 2, you're talking about just the build. What is year 3?
Matt, we're way ahead of schedule. You know, people have got us in the top 10, and we haven't earned it. But we are a cool place to be right now. And you've got Clemson and Alabama and Ohio State that bought a house in college football playoff, and they're there all the time. Then there's a group that's trying to get in there, and we're in that new group that would like to get in there, and we're renting right now, and we'd like to buy a house. So we've got a very difficult opener to start with. We've got a weird dynamic on our team. We got some older guys that have been there and done that, getting better, and they get it. We got a lot of talented young guys because we recruited well that haven't even been on a road trip yet. So we'll see.
You tell your team that, don't you? When you look at the rankings, you say, hey, we're ranked number 10, but we don't deserve it. We haven't done anything. Is that your message?
Yes, I told them last year we were ranked number 5 for about 6 days, and 3.5 hours at Florida State ruined it, and we dropped to 25. So it takes you years to get in the top 10 and about 3.5 hours to get out. So you need to be in the top 10 or in the college football playoff at the end, not at the beginning. Being in the top 10 right now means nothing except we're getting some attention. I told the guys, you've worked hard, you've earned it. Told the staff the same thing. You've got people's attention. Now you got to play.
You know, it's hard to believe in 2 days you're going to be kicking off your 34th season as a head coach. What feelings do you still have when that season opener is approaching?
Man, it's a great question. I don't feel any different. I feel more confident because I know more about what I'm doing now than I did in the early years. I think I've gone from, I asked Coach Royal at Texas one time, how did you feel before a ball game? And he said it was 6 months after I quit before I realized not everybody gags before they brush their teeth on Saturday morning in the fall. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to have fun Friday night. Virginia Tech's a wonderful place to play. I always get I get a smile on my face when people say, oh, you're going on the road. It's really difficult. I love going on the road to a place where fans are passionate and love their team. And there's no better place to go than Virginia Tech to open up because those are great fans that love their team. They love college football. And I think they'll see a great game.
Yeah, and on that note, I'm glad you brought that up because I cannot wait to see fans in the stands this college football season. Obviously, last year with the pandemic, which is still a factor, but fans are going to be allowed in stadiums. How much does that change a little bit? Because, Coach, this was a good football team last year. You guys didn't play in front of anyone. Now you go to one of the most hostile environments in all of college football.
Matt, I think it's fun. It's pageantry. It's what we want. We want the fans back. Our game wouldn't be the same without the fans. And last year we opened up at home with Syracuse in front of 25 people. I yelled at a player once and it echoed in the stadium. Hey, come on, man. Figure this out. Figure it out. And then we go to Boston College. They got nobody. It's like a scrimmage without people. And so I'm pumped. I'm excited. The players are excited. If we can have college football this year with fans, what a wonderful thing for all of us.
Yeah, and what a wonderful thing for all of us that we get to watch your talented quarterback, Sam Howell. What makes him so special?
He's a gym rat. His parents are athletes. His dad's a coach. He's over here more than I am. I said the other night, if they chose me or Sam to go to the game, I'd send him because he's more important than I am and could run this team. He's smart. He's tough. He's the hardest worker on the team. He gets it.
Coach, look, you were in the media. You worked with us here at ESPN, so you understand when you're breaking down a team, you have to look at everything. And on your squad, you lost 4 of your top offensive skilled players in the draft, Javonte Williams, Michael Carter, De'Ami Brown, and Daz Newsome. So how do you replace that kind of production for your star quarterback?
Matt, but we'll be better on defense because we're deeper and we've got more experience. We're better. We're faster. We'll be better in the special teams area because the coach has been here 2 years. We didn't have spring practice last year, and we've got better players because we've got more depth. So those 2 areas should be good. We've got our entire offensive line back. We got our tight ends back. We got one of the best quarterbacks back in the country. But you're not going to replace those 2 running backs and Daz Newsome and De'Ami Brown. They're too talented and too good. We've got talented guys there, but they haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And they haven't done it yet in this offense. So the big question mark Friday night is who are we offensively? And who will be the guys? And who will step up? It's going to be new names because the big guns from last year are gone.
You had mentioned there are programs that have built houses in the college football playoff, and you guys are renting. So I'll leave you with this. What's it going to take for North Carolina to turn in the lease information and actually get a mortgage in that college football playoff?
Matt, it's going to take some of those guys who have been working and waiting their turn to step up and take over. So we need to have some new names at wide receiver that you and I are talking about after the game on Friday night, and some new names at running back. We need to play better on defense. We got to stop the run better. We've been inconsistent there, even though we got better at the end of last year. And we've got to be good in the kicking game. And probably most importantly, we've got to play with a confidence, not complacency or being arrogant, because we haven't earned that. Mm-hmm. We really haven't earned anything except the respect of college football. And we've had a lot of sugar thrown on us, and we've had a lot of nice things said about us. Now it's time to earn some of that.
Well, just leave it to Joey Galloway on Friday night. He'll turn some of that sugar into salt, and everything will be even.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.